welcome to another Kahuna Reads. Before we get going too far, I want to go ahead and put up the Discord link so you guys can get to it. Read on future shows. I am all full for this week, believe it or not. Yeah, although I'm missing one. Let's see here. So, yeah, it's been an interesting week, and we'll see what happens with this show because I've been having some technical issues. Started about an hour ago. Don't know what's going on. Welcome. Welcome from far to the east of me. Welcome to the show. If you can't hear me, please let me know. My microphone says it's working. My streaming app says it's working. Nothing else is giving me any indication as to whether things are working or not. So, and hey, Disney, welcome.
Tell them I said hello.
Mrs. Kahuna says hello to everyone. I'm seeing that Dizzy is putting up a tiki mug, so I think that means we're good to go. Barbarossa, I don't want to alert you, but the Kahuna lair has become real spooky. Yeah, kind of. It's you know, this is my reading one. And DM says, hi, Mrs. Kahuna.
Okay.
Might want to call someone. Yeah. Who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
Thank you, Mrs. Kahuna.
You're welcome.
This could be interesting. She's going to be the entire time I'm reading.
No, I'm not. I'm going to be reading in a few minutes.
Oh, apparently not. So, anyway, yeah, so technical issues have been kind of glitching a little bit. Down there in the bottom left, you're supposed to be seeing my YouTube videos, and that's not working. So, I said the thing. Yes, I did.
The thing?
Welcome! Oh, yeah, I said, who are you going to call? Welcome, Sable and your raiders. Welcome. I am prepared to be boarded. That's just the way I say it every time.
I am prepared.
Please join. We are ready for your boarding. Both on at the same time? How'd you guys manage that one? We've got a crew today. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Eventually my app will catch up because it says there's only 2 of you here. But we will catch up. So I apologize if there's no music. I usually have a little bit of music in the background just to kind of fill it up. I am not prepared. Well, depends on how you look at it, I suppose. And welcome Sable and Aaron and Dazzly. And Aegon. They are all coming in. Yeah, so if there's no music, I'm sorry. That glitch showed up probably about 45 minutes before the stream started, and I've spent most of that time trying to fix it, and to no avail. So, So Kahuna decided to work on my fun world, and I'm writing my country of Dwerna, so if I'm lucky, I may post it here. Okay, I've got a full set of stuff to read today. Post it in the Discord. In the Kahuna Reads channel so we can put it up. Nobody's in there yet, so you would be the first one up for next week. And Sable says, hi, Mrs. Kahuna, too.
Hello.
She says hello.
Do you want the fan on or off?
Fan's fine right now.
It's oscillating.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's just kind of making things spooky in the background.
Okay, well, I'm going to go down and start dinner.
Okay. I'm having a conversation with Mrs. Kahuna. That's the way it goes sometimes. All right, so you might as well pop in and say hi.
My back hurts.
Thanks.
I'm going to go make our dinner.
Barbarossa says you're awesome. Yes, Mrs. Kahuna in the background. All right, by the way, we did make Mr. and Mrs. Kahuna stickers, so we should be able to show them to you by the next live show, Kahuna Live, from the Kahuna Lair on Friday. So, sounds like our house. All right. I think teacher award-winning smile. That was more the I'm smiling because it hurts kind of smile. I think we need to get started here. So let me get to the first one, which actually, let me check here because I lost one of them. We'll get back to that one. It was it's actually Bolt. Bolt, the one you sent me originally. For some reason, I went to that link and it shows me a different page than the one you had. So if you can send me the link, you were supposed to be up first, but the link that I got, that I was able to pull up, not the same link. So send that one to me, and I'll make you the second one I read, and we'll go from there. Let's see. Yes, and Maui is reminding you, check out the Anvil Light Streaming Core. We've got a new calendar. New calendar should make it a lot easier to figure out what is a World Anvil kind of stream versus any other kind of stream. I have got all my streams on there now, including the Kahuna Quiet streams. So Kahuna Quiet, if you're ever bored, you're waiting for a stream, you got nothing else to do, whatever, for about 7 hours, Monday through Friday, I'm just there. I can't talk, but I can type, and I can show you stuff online and everything. So join me, and I'll usually play music and that kind of stuff. So thinking about my green screen, how about some of those little magnetic weights to weight it down so it doesn't move around so much? Yeah, it actually would be better if I turned off the oscillating fan. Yeah, I've been playing with that for a while. It's actually, well, I know what part of the problem is. Hang on. You're going to be moving. Oh, you've moved. And now you've moved some more. And now you're even closer to where I need you. So now it doesn't look like it moves so much because, well, yeah, she turned the oscillation on. So we have like a spooky ghost thing going on over on that side. Over there. 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 That side. Oh, not what I expected. Aha, that one I can fix. Hang on. She moved it. That should be a bit better. This side's still a little funky, and there's a little bit of a gleam of light going through there, but, you know, it is what it is. It's late afternoon here, so things happen. Well, it does look kind of cool. You know what I'm doing for Halloween? What am I doing for Halloween? I may make some fun videos, though. Thinking about it. If I can get a projector, project some stuff on the front of the house. Huh. Thanks for the idea, Barbarossa. All right, let's get to reading. All right, so the first one here is one from Q's Q. Not the usual kind of craziness that I expect from Q, but it's a good one. So we'll pull that one up. Oh, and look, we have a new effect that happens when I change. Ooh, that's right. It goes zip and zip and zip and zip and zip. All right, I'll stop now. New toys. All right. Love and light. Marriage rites. The world is dark and dreary enough. Tonight, let us be happy. Marriage in Araya are times of joy and community. It is celebrated with abandon, with song, dance, and light. The celebrants paint themselves with elaborate patterns, light candles, and sing. And no one ever wants to miss out on the shroom shower. Throughout Araya's history, people have always joined together in one way or another. As societies grew larger and more complex, so too did the rituals surrounding these unions. Marriages became events for the entire community to come together and revel. Across Araya, lights, food, and community or other revelries, all are done as a group, with the marrying couple leading the event. On a day of marriage, no one sits alone but the most heinous outcast. Not all marriages are for love. Many are just as much as joining families, tribes, or businesses together as about the couple. The practice is viewed with suspicion by most. After all, how can you trust one who'd sacrifice love for fortune or power? Elaborate body paintings called shavat mark the couple with blessings and well wishes from friends and family. Once simple in design, they have since become intricate works of art, and many of the other participants will now sport them during the ceremony as well. No matter how much the ritual has grown in the centuries, the foundation of the ceremony remains the same: love, joy, and community. The marriage ceremony begins the day before and starts with the application of the shavat. There is always competition about who has the privilege of helping the couple paint the shavat, but in most cases, it is done by close friends and family. Being chosen is considered a great honor, and the stakes increase along with the status of the couple. The shavat is more than decorative, always including small well wishes, blessings, or symbols of power and good luck. Once the day of the ceremony arrives, the ritual. These are placed on patterns in the ground at first, and then in every nook and cranny that can hold one. More is considered better, and merchants or nobles will sometimes sponsor marriages in their community with light as a gesture of generosity. Barring such sponsors, everyone helps their community to supply the lights, then to them. Everything from candles to bonfire or ahi-bug lanterns is used to light the celebration. Strong spirits brewed from mushroom and fungi are served at this stage, though not any more than to set a good mood. With drinking and eating. Dancing with fire is widespread across the area, with either length of wick or wick wrapped around staves, batons, or any other item that might make for a good show when twirled around. With only stone around them, accidents aren't usually a worry. After that, the rest of the day and night is spent feasting, drinking, singing, and dancing. There is no set structure beyond having a good time, though it is popular to play simple games or light-hearted spas, though it is equally common for people to just mingle, drink, and be merry. No marriage is complete without the shnagan, a boiling stew with raw ingredients served to be dipped and cooked, any remaining liquid drunk as soup. Should any remain, it is traditionally given to the married couple to fill their larder. Shnagan, made from marriages, is usually reserved in cauldrons, and is another aspect sometimes sponsored by wealthy patrons. As a means of showing their wealth and earning goodwill, nothing beats a good shnagan. The final part of the wedding is the shroom shower. Once the party ends, the married couple has to make a mad dash to get into their home, while the other celebrants help them with soft, sponge-like mushrooms, sometimes dipped in dyes. When the couple has reached safety, the celebration is over, sometimes signaled by a bell or gong. The lights are kept alive as long as possible, and should still be lit when morning comes. They are often given to guests as gifts of good luck. The community helps to clean up after the marriage. Then life moves on. The shavat washes off by itself in about a week, and at that point the couple's new union is seen to enter the phase of being their normal life, better than it was before. Shavat are intricate, spiraling patterns painted onto the bodies of celebrants made with a dye of mashed mushroom pulp. As with all aspects of the marriage celebration, it is not done in solitude, but applied by one's friends and family. Though everyone likes to show off at their marriage. Shavats can become extensive and reach across the arms, face, and even chest. It is considered poor form to sport a shavat more elaborate than the couple being married. Tend to stay with something simple, but visible. Due to the shavat, the clothing used during the marriage ceremony tends to be open and often sleeveless to better show off the painted shavat, with some even choosing to go bare-chested. Jewelry and other accessories are common ways of dressing up, with bracelets being particularly common and widespread. Many families only have such luxuries to wear for marriage ceremonies. Music is an integral part of the celebration. It signals the beginning and end of each part of the ceremony. When sung, it is done in a chorus by all, while the instrumental music tends to be led by a skilled musician and then complemented by the probably drunk amateurs attending the marriage. It is uncommon but not unheard of for a marriage to consist of multiple partners. Such celebrations are no different other than they tend to be much larger. The legendary marriage feast. While unusual, polygamy like that is not viewed unfavorably. If anything, they find love once, let alone repeat the good fortune. If those who marry or their friends happen to be Saiyan Ka athletes, the performance of a special wedding Saiyan crew is another favorite way to celebrate the marriage. Okay, I thought I saw out of the corner of my eye Can we see the link to the article? Absolutely. Let me toss that in there. There is the link. So I'm guessing it got a little quieter. It's still clicking a bit or skipping, missing a few words here and there. Okay. Yeah, the whole audio thing and my whole technical thing was going nuts today. Let's lower this. I raised the screen when I wasn't looking, or when you guys weren't looking, and now I was off. Check back in chat. Yeah, I saw. Hopefully, it's working better now. iCast, bold. Check Discord. I posted a clip. Okay, so let me check Discord. Let me go back. I do see that I have a notification. Okay. As in, nope, things aren't better, or I have no idea. That's the problem with sometimes with the chat, is it's behind. Okay. I wasn't sure, but okay. That wasn't, I don't remember that being the one that you had showed earlier. So I will put that one up. Audio is still cutting out. Wow. Give me 1 second. Okay, you should have heard a couple of pops. Hopefully that's going to be... Yeah, another boop. Yeah, hopefully you're hearing something now a little better. I actually had to turn off and turn on the microphone to see if it helped. I just skipped. And that's interesting because it's not showing any issues with the streaming, so I have no idea what's going on. I don't have any gate on it, Bolt, so I'm not sure. Still skips. So it's cutting in and out, I guess, is what I'm getting from you. Is that right? It's possessed. Okay. Fortunately, try one more thing and see what happens. Cross your fingers. since you guys can't hear me, I'm going to say this. Since you guys can't hear me, and it takes about 10 minutes to reboot, join back at... Oh, you can hear you now. You can hear me now. Cool, man. That is really behind you guys. I'm literally just seeing that you can hear me now. Wow. Okay. I did not say anything, Devin. You know what? I'm going to keep trying going. Keep trying going. That was interesting. It could be. You know what? I did hear that we were supposed to have like nasty stuff, and it's probably messing everybody else. Yeah, 8 to 10 second delay at least, and I'm thinking it's probably closer to 15 or 20 today. Really strange. So, cool. I can continue. We made it work. We made it work. Wonderful. All right. So, let me start again with the next one. Whew. You see, when things go south, just go with it and try to fix it. We all know what happens. Like Sable said, yes, you curse. Yes, streamers hate this. It is what it is. Until I get a new computer, it's going to happen. All right. So the next one is actually bolts. Kahuna fail English. Impossible. I didn't fail English. I just... You know, I grew up with parents from Argentina. You know, people who could scrape paint with an H. What do I mean by that? My mother saying hello was, "Hi, how are you?" So every once in a while, the words just go away. All right, let's start with bolts here because I need to make up some time. Let's see. Let's go to the screen here, and this article is Braid. Braid. Welcome to the afterlife. In death there was void. Then there was day. Day wove a bed of red silk, tethering a web of will, thought, and memory, all fates converging into the afterlife. The world of Braid explores a fresh take on an old idea: what happens when you die? Many religious ideologies subscribe to some form of spirit realm, an underworld where souls of the departed will collect following a release from their mortal coil. Within Braid's afterlife, all souls eventually funnel to the same place. Conflicting faiths as different doors opening into the same room. Unlike the heavenly promises of priests or the hellish threats of prophets, the afterlife is not what you may expect. There's no cloud-faring existence, no fire and brimstone, no eternity. Instead, souls fortunate enough to awake on the other side face an unknown and foreign place. Full of vigor, the afterlife proliferates with flora and bizarre shape, while bestial spirits of benign and equally aggressive temperaments roam the landscape. Often locked in violent conflict, these creatures compete to secure a substance commonly known as ether, the literal lifeblood of existence. More than a petty squabble for resources, any spirit lacking access to ether is in danger of vanishing into nothingness. The largest of these spiritual beasts stalking the lands, predators hunting for prey, desperately searching for their next infusion. In a cooperative bid for survival, less imposing souls will gather into small groups and tribes. These collectives are bound together by their communal braid, unseen thread of fate. Many factions of spirits have successfully carved a niche within the afterlife, often grown beyond the scope of quiet survival. The most successful of these groups have managed to recreate a semblance of society, if only as a shadow of the civilization their souls left behind. Nothing truly exists in a vacuum. The braid is a physical construct for this metaphorical implication. While invisible to most, those deeply tuned to the harmony of the braid will be presented with occasional glimpses of its manifestation. Rarely, it appears as a red thread weaving a web of souls, fates, and the world itself together. Even when veiled from sight, many spirits of the after have learned to utilize it as a lifeline, voluntarily exchanging ether along with it. Souls who have shown an incredibly strong mastery of will are capable of influencing the braid further, often to dramatic and explosive effect. In finding clever ways to shape and manipulate the very nature of the braid, communities of the after have jointly forged an unorthodox existence. In provoking its power, they fought back a tide of ravenous spirits. In establishing a foothold of the realm, they built prolific cities of cultural significance, discovered new and creative means to apply the braid, and unlocked the incredible potential of its contrivances. By securing a place within the afterlife, death is not always the end, but a journey. Very nice. All right, hope you guys could hear that one a little better. Let's see, so let me go back here. Just skipped again, but not for... Okay, so maybe it's just a Twitter issue at this point. Hopefully. And okay, cool. Sounded okay. Yay. Awesome. Go back to my fancy thing. You know, I probably screwed up by doing all my fancy switching back and forth. It's my fault. I'll take that one. All right, I like that one. It's a good start. It does give the impression that, braid is almost like a textile feel going through the souls and the fates of everyone involved. So it's those threads that tie everyone and everything together. So I like that a lot. I really like that because I like that theme. All right, moving on. This one is Dizzy's. This Agnux Bell Ringer. So let me see. Oh, good. I get to sing at the end of it. Yay. You guys with songs. Let's see here. Let's pick a voice. I tell you what, we're going to have fun with this one. I know there's a bit of I think there's a bit of a delay here, but I'm going to say it. You guys pick a voice. I'm going to read through this a little bit just so I can get an idea of where things are. You guys pick a voice you want to hear me do this in. I will do my best. I don't know that I can necessarily do the voice you guys want, so toss it in there. Let's see here. All right, so our two voices here. All right. Mickey Mouse. Man, I couldn't do Mickey Mouse. Could I? Huh. Oh. I can. Dizzy, this is yours, so I'm not going to do Mickey Mouse. But we will hold Mickey for one that's more fun. Philip Davies. I've already done Prepare to be Boarded. Arnie. Arnold. Oh. All right, we're going to try Arnold. Because there's two voices in here. And I see Gimli the dwarf. And to be honest, I can't get Gimli in my head. But I'll try it. Gimli, if I remember right, is close to a Scottish accent. So I'll try it for the second half of this one. We'll start. We'll start as the governor. All right, let me switch over here so you guys can see the story. The biography of Magnus Bellringer. In the dwarven city of Vogheim, Magnus was a city laborer. That's sucking. Give me a second here. In the dwarven city of Vogheim, Magnus was a city laborer. Nah, it sucks. Sorry. Oh, come on. Arnie, I can't do the Arnie. It's not working. Let's see. In the dwarven city of Vogheim, Magnus was a city laborer, tasked with keeping the underworkings of their home in good operation. He worked on projects of construction, forge maintenance, and sewer works. The local warband of orcs became intent on sacking Vogheim to take the riches and resources amassed by the modest dwarves. After several failed skirmishes, the orcs entrenched themselves around the city intent on starving out the dwarves. The orc shaman began a ritual and invoked the power of Grumsh to curse Vogheim, a pestilence of rats and other vermin. The vermin swarmed through Vogheim's defenses and began infesting the food stores and cisterns. Magnus and his fellow laborers were tasked with exterminating the infestation, but the putrescence having emanated from Grunge directly was not easily cleared. Magnus was assigned to reinforcing the sewer runs with new grates that would hopefully plug a major vulnerability in the stronghold. Unfortunately, very few resources remained idle in the city. He scoured Vogheim for scrap metal that could be used to forge the new grates. The smiths turned him away because the need for forging weapons to fend off the orcs was too great. It seemed hopeless, and he went to Moradin's temple to pray for guidance. Were struggling to remove the system of defunct organs from the loft above the nave. Magnus came to their aid with the disassembly and removal of the large, complex system, and in exchange the clerics gave him the old organ pipes to use as scrap metal in their sewer works. Down in the sewers, the situation had become desperate. Magnus began assembling the gratings to plug the various routes used by the vermin to infiltrate the lower levels of the city. Working conditions became near impossible, with the continuous infestation growing worse. Magnus was carrying a load of scrapped organ pipes when a wave of rats and small vile creatures swarmed him. Clattered to the stone floor, ringing out in various octaves. The sound disoriented the vermin and drove them away. Magnus began experimenting with the organ pipes and found one particular tone that the pests loathed. He used the organ metal to craft a series of bells that emitted the same tone. After proving it worked to his superiors, the bells were set up around the city and successfully drove away the plague of vermin. Magnus became a local hero and was given the surname Bellringer. However, once the orcs besieging the city realized that time was no longer working for them, they raged forward in one last desperate attack on Vogheim. Though the dwarves of Vogheim were successful in smashing the orc forces, it was not without the loss of many dwarven warriors and civilians. As the city tried to recover, much rebuilding was needed. Magnus decided after Vogheim was stabilized, he vowed to go out into the world and learn all he could about citycraft and fortifications. He swore to devote these skills to the protection of all the goodly races in the name of Moradin. Excerpt from the Journal of Magnus Bellringer, Spring, 6234th Solar Cycle. We arrived in Vandalen, exhausted and bedraggled, with the corpses of our fallen comrades splayed out in the back of Grundon's wagon. Gerbo and Zolis tracked down a cleric that promised to perform a resurrection if we could locate the necessary diamonds. We trusted Zoso's and Sid's remains to this cleric. It would be a few hours before the ritual would begin. Gerbo and Zolis rented us a room at the Stonehill Inn. It was warm and dry, but not much more than that. I caught up with Gerbo and Zolis at Barthen's Provisions, a small yet seemingly well-stocked supplier. Sildar helped us claim our reward for recovering the supplies and equipment from that dastardly bugbear Yenik. While I'm glad we rid the world of some of Maglubiet's scatweasels, I can't help but wonder if the lives of their comrades were too steep a price. Turns out that the other supplies we salvaged in that Moradin forsook cave belonged to Lion Shield Provisions. Barthen took bailment of the goods. I imagine he'll be raking in a nice reward for our hard work. We will need to remind Barthen of that. In order to get the diamonds for the resurrection, we had to trade poor Zosso's magical keg to Barthen. We performed the ritual, and it made a sacrifice to show our desperation to have our new forged friends back among the living. Zosso, being adept with matters of transcendence, was brought back, praised to Moradin. Sadly, Sid's wild spirit must have fled out into the beyond for a new adventure. Moradin, I prithee, keep his inner forge burning wherever he be. Not knowing he had any half-elven traditions, I gave him a proper dwarven burial, and we sat in the inn's common room having a few morning victuals. Like a divine spark struck from Moradin's anvil, another half-elf stood in the middle of the room. Burn my beard if it wasn't Sid's brother. His name is Theodore. We took him into our consort, and I passed Sid's possessions and gold on to him. Seeing the patrons in the hall, I poured some good dwarven ale and got their stories. It turns out the little town of Vandalen had some big problems. The local townmaster, Hardland Restor, has allowed me to try to plan some defensive structures for the town. He's a weak leader, and possibly untrustworthy. He also mentioned that there is a horde of Grunsch piggies circling the nearby trade route of Tribor Trail. Those blasted orcs always manage to smear their filth all over any good folk who try to get a foothold in this world. Curse Grunsch and his brats. I toss them all down the shaft of Rayorks and watch them burn in the magma at the bottom. It turns out that Black Spider, mentioned by the foul bugbear Yimik, is known here too. There appears to be a castle nearby named Kragmar. I bit my boots, that's where they took Yanaro Albrecht and the Rockseeker boys. If we find them, this whole region will be a lot safer for these poor longins. It also seems cursed. Rockseekers have discovered a cave or mine of unimaginable wealth. If we can secure it in the name of Vandalen, this town will prosper greatly. However, a more pressing issue seems to be a gang of whelps called the Red Bands. They've holed up in a local estate called Tresender Manor. A tiefling in the pub said his sister Garael, owner of the Lucky Shrine, was attacked by them. She was probably violated, poor lass. The Polkan named Toblin said his wife Tralana and his son Pip also had run-ins with these Red Brands. A local woodworker, Tel Tendrar, has also gone missing. His family has set out to find him. If we want to fortify this suckling babe of a town, we have a regiment's worth of work that needs doing. We resolved to take on this most pressing. We were immediately accosted by a small group of Red Brands. They tried to chase us out of town, bah! They had no idea with whom they were speaking. I walked right up to the one in charge and smashed his skull with my hammer. Meanwhile, Gerbo transformed into a giant spider. I almost barfed up my beer. He and I will need to have a little chat about his relationship with Loth later. Moradin, don't let him be a consort of those cursed drow. I'd hate to cave his skull with my hammer. We massacred those Red Brands and managed to take one captive. I paid Restor's guards to keep him locked up. After he shot his spider guys, Gerbo got some good information from the captive. Turns out the Red Brands are about 30 strong, but half appear to be away on travels. They have a wizard wielding a glass staff. Moradin, spit on him. I also mentioned the cave system under the manor, haunted by unknown evils. Rumor is they may be a heavy holder down there, rust and ruin. We need to plot this out carefully. There's a whole chasm of death waiting to rain down on this pitiful town. We few are the only ones standing in its way. King under mountain, king of kings, from the depth of stone we call. Heed our song, fill our hearts in the name of Moradin, great father we call. Speed our hammers, guide our axes, as from the Zasti plains we call. For ahead is the test, plentiful times are past, in the name of Moradin, great father we call. You guys made me sing again. All right. Hopefully that wasn't too terrible. Arnie was a... Man, I had to start Arnie, what, 4 times to get into an Arnie? He's a little tough. I mean, it's really easy if you want to do, get to the chopper! But after that, just doing his normal voice is a little tricky. You're welcome, Dizzy. I hope you enjoyed that. That was fun. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you. All right. Time for a little hydration because that one tore apart my throat. Nectar of the gods. No, not mead. All right, we've got another one here. This is Dasley's, the Order of the Argosy Knights, and this one's got multiple voices, so I get to kind of play with it a little bit. It's like 1, 2, 3 voices, I think, here we can work on. All right. All right. Let's get this one started. And we should be getting close there. All right. This is the Order of Argosy Knights. Ryan, good to see you. Senior Wizard. Master Enid, always a pleasure, Ryan replied with a cheerful smile. Let's move over here while the others are still arriving, Enid suggested and led the way to an unoccupied corner. You know why we've been assembled, Master Enid? It was all rather rushed and the servants are still setting things up. He needlessly pointed out the latter as servants were dashing about, readying tables and benches. There would be no time for proper clothes before the assembly of the Blue Quill Magi commenced. I was not informed. Whatever the reason, it must be important. He suddenly stopped speaking as he suffered rather than swallowed. His heart began to hard as he too stared just at the meatball. It was a night, wherein he always moved to the west, said she in the arm. A long sword was sheathed at his waist, and a helmet held immediately in the crook of his arm. But it was the down-weighting silver sword in order on a sword coat of blue silk that all Magi in the room stared at. Oh, gods, why sweet? Hush, Ryan. Gave the woman quietly. Don't draw his attention to us. Ryan nodded, but then suddenly the weeds as the night turned away, and narrowed his eyes as moment before one of those cold, hard eyes to look the Magi in the eye. No! One of those Magi suddenly cried out, You don't have to take me! He moved to the servants' door, it was too late. The knight in the doorway, his own sword already drawn. It sliced the shimmering walls of the Magi had already passed, cutting him in one slice of blade. Echoed about the silent and utterly still room, as not one Magi dared more. The end. The Order of Argosy Knights are warriors, feared by all but the giant kin and other such foolhardy races. They are sword masters, capable of attacking through magic as though it was not there, as well as being unaffected by all but the most powerful spells. With their griffins that are companions as well as steeds, an Argosy can cut down a giant and a powerful magi in moments. An Argosy knight can be of any civilized race. Retired Argosy run training arenas where they train youths in swordsmanship and look for students that have a talent for the sword. It is these talented students they recommend to be trained at Skylofton, the main keep of the Order. The youths arriving at Skylofton are called pages. Each page is expected to be a servant within the keep, no matter how high their rank within their respective societies. They are issued a wooden sword and shield to care for and train with every day. Once a page has advanced to training with blunted metal swords, they are called a prospect. Their servitude is no longer within the keep, but within the aeries and stables for the griffins. A prospect who advances to an edged metal sword is called a squire. They are also given a suit of chain and leather armor and a young griffin. For the next 2 years, a squire will bond with and train the griffin until they are assigned to a knight, whom they will serve until the day they become knighted. An Argosy can be a squire for many years, as they must be a proven swordmaster first. In a grand ceremony where the squire declares his oath to the Order, the knight commander firmly taps his sword on the shoulder of the squire and dubs them a knight. This sword tap is called the last unanswered blow, and it represents the new knight's rise to the nobility by their own merit, no matter to their family origins. After the ceremony, the new knight is fitted with a blue steel breastplate and given a long sword of Viridian. This sword is ever sharp and lighter than a typical long sword. An Argosy can wield this sword as a smaller weapon. How much a smaller weapon depends on the mastery of that particular Argosy. At midnight, the new knight is taken to a healer then cuts an incision of the heart, inserts a piece of polished amber encasing a scarab, then stitches the wound closed. All of this the new knight is expected to endure in silence. The new knight is then sent to bed during the night. The amber melts away and the scarab crawls between the ribs to attach itself to the heart. From that time onward, the new knight is immune to all but the greatest of magics. The rank of knight errant is the lowest rank of fully trained Argosy knights. The title of Sir for male and Dame for female is placed before their given names. A knight lieutenant is an Argosy knight in command of a quad of knight errants. A knight captain is an Argosy who is no longer a knight errant, but a full knight in charge of the chapter hall. And a knight commander, the highest ranking Argosy, who commands from Skylofton. Okay. Stuff that is new or has a different flavor. I like the idea. Becomes one with the knight. I really like that one. I see you guys were looking for the Discord, and so there it is. Where are we at here? And we got a few more minutes here. Let's see. Do I have one more? Do I have one more that I can do in that time? No, I'm going to save this one for next week because this is a little longer. Looks like DM Stretch has joined the Kahuna Lair. Thank you. Whoa! Dizzy, did you give 1,000 bits? You are awesome! Thank you so much! Thank you for that. Keep in mind, folks, as always, I will start editing these and putting them online. They should be online by Tuesday evening, my time, so Tuesday night for some people. But I do try to chop them up into the individual stories down. I try to just present what we had on stream because I think it's kind of fun that way. But they will be there. If you are not part of the Discord, join. Join the Discord because that's where the Kahuna Reads channel is. Just go into that channel, drop your links that you want me to read. The earlier you give it to me, the earlier I can put it into the queue so I know how long it takes to read. Right now, what I'm finding is I can read somewhere between right around probably 5,000 words in a 1 hour stream. So that's about 50 words a minute. All right? No. Like 75. I don't know. You do the math. But that's about what it works out to. So if a story is about 1,500 words, that's going to take me probably 12 minutes to read, somewhere in that neighborhood. I try to figure it at about 100 minutes just to roughly get an idea for how long it's going to take to read. So I try to count up the words, get a basic idea how long it'll take. Sometimes it's way faster. The word count can be high, and it's a lot of little words, and it goes faster. And sometimes they're longer. I just want to say that you are super awesome, amazing, and great. Thank you so much, Barbarossa. You embarrass me every week with these accolades. I am humbled. Don't let my wife know. 3 and 5 articles. Yeah, I can go between 3 and 5 articles pretty easily. That's about it. Have to be short articles if I'm going to do more than 5, but it's been averaging 4 to 5 articles every stream. So I just try to keep it to that. Again, we do have a challenge on, and that challenge is very simple. If we hit 200,000 Kahuna crowns having been spent, I will double my streams. I will make them 2 hours each. Although if you watch Fridays live from the Kahuna Lair stream, we almost went 2 hours just on that one. We're having a lot of fun with that stream. Mrs. Kahuna is actually enjoying it very much. So am I, even though I'm the brunt of most of her jokes. The next stream for us is going to be awesome. Thank you, DM Stretch. The next stream is going to be on the next regular stream is Tuesday, same time as this one. That's the Kahuna Help. If you've got questions, if I can help you with some storytelling or some plot points or writing or world questions in general, please let me know. I will tell you that we are now, because of a suggestion from the live from the Kahuna Lair stream, I am working on something. I'm not sure how. I think in the Kahuna Help streams, because part of doing it in those streams is like learning. You can send them to the Kahuna Help stream, and they'll see how it is. But the cool thing about it is, it'll probably involve a lot of you guys too, if you want. So I have to work out the details and make it work that way. So secret, I went mute. Did I really lose the signal? Can you guys not hear me? I went mute. Anyway, I'll keep talking as if I didn't. So, so it'll be the CIA is keeping us from hearing the news. Really, you can't hear me. I'm back. Okay. Awesome. Today has just been weird. So anyway, this project may involve a bunch of you. It definitely involves World Anvil. I want to get you a bunch of people involved in this, and we've got to figure out a way to do this equitably and so everybody has fun. So hopefully you guys, I hope to have something by Friday's stream to announce. Otherwise, the rest of the week, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific to about roughly 3 p.m. Pacific, is the Kahuna Quiet stream. If you guys nothing to do. I've been just playing music on the stream. I actually can kick a mic on at about 1:15, so about 5 hours into the stream, a little over 5 hours. I can kick a mic on for a couple hours. So if you're there during that time, great. We can chat away. Otherwise, we just chat, typing, and have a great time. I'm there the whole time, whether you're there or not. Come on down if you got nothing to do. Pop into streams. I raid streams at the top of pretty much every hour. So if there's a stream to raid, and I've got people in there, I'm going to raid you off and send you off somewhere else. You can always stick around. You can tell it you don't want to raid. That's fine, because I stay online. But that way, everybody gets at least some kind of a raid. Because I know sometimes if you've got a 2-hour gap ahead of you, it's a little hard to get people to watch. At about that time, I can hear Mrs. Kahuna getting ready to ring the dinner bell. And I don't let Mrs. Kahuna ring the dinner bell and not show up, because the next thing that'll be rung will be my bell. So, yeah, I should get the X-Files theme. That'll be a fun one to start with. Unless I'm hosting and then you get sent back to me? Really? So if I host, if I raid, but I'm hosting, you get sent back to me? I don't... All right, I'm going to have to look that up. I'm going to have to be careful with that, because I don't want that. I want to be able to raid and then have you guys come back to me if you want to, or stay if you want to, because I stay live. I don't go offline. So I don't think the hosting should kick in because I'm live, unless it automatically starts a host because I was raiding. So we may have to do that. Maybe I'll just post links and you guys can go and raid if you want to. We'll figure it out this week. You guys have yourself an awesome week. Like I said, if you want to pop in on Kahuna Quiet, that'd be great. Otherwise, Tuesday's the next one for the help. And Friday, I hope to announce that new project, the secret project that you guys can all be involved in. So, you get sent to the streamer raid. Yeah, you guys, but I think you can opt not to go to the raid. You get sent to the streamer you're rated if you try to come back. I'll check into that. I'll have to think about that one. I'm not sure how that works. I was thinking I was helping. Oh! Thank you, DM Stretch, for another bunch of Kahuna crowns. We're getting there, kids. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. We passed 20,000 last week, so I think we're probably getting close to 30 or 40 now. Yay! And yes, I will go to 2 hours. So that'll mean, a good 8 to 10, maybe even 12 of these. 2 hours of help, 2 hours of me and Mrs. Kahuna, although at some point she'll run out of wine and have to go refill it, as that's what happens. That, we may never see her again. So, yeah, click the leave button. That's it. Leave the raid, and then you'll be fine. All right. All right, guys. I'm gonna let you go. I smell dinner. It's what are we having tonight? She told chicken pot pie soup. It's 102 degrees out. We're having chicken pot pie soup, but it could be good. More crowns. Oh, you guys just so rock. Thank you so much. I'm gonna let you go. Let's see. Does anybody know if Roll Society is up right now? Because that's who would be the one to go and raid right now. Would be Roll Society. So let me see if Roll Society is up. Yeah. Yeah. As soup, it's holy moly, 39,000. Yes, we're almost at 4,000. 4,000. Yes, it's nice. It's basically take the crust out of the bottom of the pot pie, bake it in the oven make it almost like crackers that you throw on top. That's what she says. I'm hoping for it. I'll hang for a few more minutes until I do. They always seem to run a little late. All right, let's do a quick one here. Well, let's do a quick ask here of you guys. Oh, this is how we'll do it. Part of the Discord if you're not, just in case. There it is. Oh, I can't put it back up again because it's on cooldown. I've done it too many times. Okay. Well, look. Get to my Discord. In the Kahuna Reads channel, besides the link you want me to read, doesn't have to be yours, by the way. If you read something that you thought, oh, this is great, I want to hear a voice on it, do it. I could read Stay Moist again. I already have it clipped out as video. The only other one not on my list is DM Lair. Another D&D guy not part of World Anvil, though. Well, you know what? We'll give Roll Society a couple minutes, and if they're there, we'll send it to them. Nicholas, welcome. Welcome to my Discord. All right, like I started saying, don't just put your links in Kahuna Read. Give me some voices you want me to do. Do this early so I have a couple days to try to work them out. But I think a fun one, and we do have Mickey Mouse in the queue, so I'm going to be looking for one to do as Mickey. It may not be one of the ones you suggest. I may have to find one that really works as Mickey. So we'll do Mickey Mouse. Huh, hi, kids. Huh. There's the Discord link. Salty Sailor's on. He's a writer. Okay. You know what? We can do that one. But let me finish what I was saying. So, post a link that you'd like me to read, and post a voice that you'd like to hear it in. Or just post voices. They can be individuals. They can be different characters. They can be regional accents. Post what you like in there. Put it in the Kahuna Reads, and let next Sunday, it's going to be kind of a reader's choice thing. So we'll do that. In fact, what we'll do is here's how I'll handle it to make it as fair as possible. I will create a poll for next Sunday. So you guys put the names of the voices in and drop your links. And what I will do is I will do a poll right at the beginning with all the different voice names or types of voices that you have requested. And we'll do a poll to see which ones people want to see most. And I'll start and just go right down the list, and we'll do those voices. I think that might be fun. I'm going to pick some crazy voices once I get some more articles to Kahuna Reads level of, okay, I'm good with people seeing this. You've seen the way I read. Put anything in there. There are some days where it just goes, come on, had to restart Arnold 3 times. So have fun with it. Go to my Discord. I think we're going to go and raid the Salty Sailor. So the Salty Sailor. I guess I got to click in the right space. So raid. Hello. My computer's deciding it doesn't behave. Let's try this here. Yeah, let's try this one. Raid. Wow, everything's just kind of locking up. This is really interesting. Nothing is working right now. Oh, there it goes. Raid. Salty Sailor. I think that, not the Sacty Sailor. That would be a whole different thing. Salty Sailor. All right. The Salty Sailor. All right, you guys. I really had fun this week. Drop the links in. Drop the voices in. And let's see just how nuts it gets next Sunday. You guys have a great week. Hopefully I'll see you in Kahuna Quiet or in Help. At the minimum, come by on Friday because it's been a hoot. I will talk to you guys later. Off we go to a raid. remember to give him a big aloha. And you guys have a great week. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Raid.